want to call the meeting to order?
Sure.
Let's
We'll
see.
call the meeting to
Let's see,
order
is it 3?
3 o'clock.
You must be pretty close.
Well, I got it. Yeah.
I was just
Yeah.
closing up the church, and my nightmare was that somebody was going to come in at 5 minutes to 3.
Oh, yeah.
Oh dear.
This is public buildings. Okay. So are there any petitions from the public? That's not pretty good.
I don't think we have any petitions at this moment. Is Peggy, maybe some comments near the end?
Okay, no
We have a
petition.
public. Also, well, one of the things important thing to discuss is about the lease of the theater with the village. And Jim had said he was going to be here.
No, he told me he has family in town, so he was not going to be here.
He told me.
If you talked to him this morning, he may have changed. This was
Yeah.
yesterday.
No,
Yeah,
we
this
just
is
get
today.
petitions from the public. Did you have anything that you want to address?
I just agree the 50-year lease is extremely long.
Well, Tertia agrees with you.
Yeah.
I think that's obvious.
Yeah,
Well,
Tertia agrees
I think
with
the
you.
last lease was for 5 or 7 years.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
go any more than 7.
Yeah.
That's my feeling.
I can tell you what, he's, I think the 50-year is considered like the useful life of the elevator. And he's
Okay.
saying it really should be the depreciable life
Yeah.
of the elevator. So
Okay.
I believe he was going to contact the attorney. Apparently he knows the attorney who drew it up.
Okay,
And-
yes, he did say that.
Did he? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And so he wanted to talk to that attorney, so.
Okay,
Well, when you say if they want to construct something and then the consent which shall not be reasonably withheld, that is saying they can do what they want, and as a landlord, we really have no say in what they do. I think, yeah.
but I do feel that we should have a say in it, really, you know?
Well, and the
Yeah.
question is always what is reasonable.
Right,
Yeah.
and I
Well,
think that's
And that's,
unreasonable.
right, and I mean, that's,
I mean,
phrases like that, I mean, that's,
I guess I'll have to read this in its entirety, but
oh, hey,
if
Jim is here.
if you look at it,
Yeah.
we should have language, perfect timing. Shouldn't there be, is there language about if the building is sold or if the village goes out of business in this? Because they want 50 years guaranteed lease, but we need to,
No, no.
right, but they would be compensated for their elevator if the building was sold since they raised the money. So that's the issue.
Well, there are a number of minor issues here too. Or let's say not minor, but less significant than the terminal lease. But the problem is that nobody has a crystal ball. And we can't see what's coming up 20 years from now, 30 years from now, 40 or 50. And in fact, 10 years is a problem. So we can't give them a 50-year lease, it's that simple. That might
I mean,
estimate.
is it really reasonable for a council to encumber the subsequent councils for years and years so they have no say
It's
whatsoever?
not, I don't think it's foreseeable, I really don't.
I think in the past, the lease has been for 5 years. That's a pretty good term. I mean, if you want to extend it a little bit because of the elevator going in, fine. But I don't see
I don't
anything
think
close
we
to
can.
Was the last one 5 or 7?
5. 2002, it was March, it was last day of February 2012, excuse me, March 1, 2012, up to March 1 of this year, not including March.
Do they have the addendum with what
Here's,
properties
by the way,
attached?
let me give you, here's the old agreement,
Okay.
and
I have a copy of your one and I passed them on.
So page 2, they've inserted some language in paragraph, in parentheses, commonly, they're referring to the storage room, they're saying it's commonly known as the Calumet Theater Business Office. So I don't know.
I don't think the storage room has ever been referred to as a business office, it's a box office.
No, that's referring to those offices off the alley, not the box office in front. That's referring to that office space.
Okay.
So is there anything in
Well, it's from the
storage
ball
room that
room
could be considered an
and the
office?
storage room.
Yeah, I mean, there's offices behind, like the fire department. I mean, there's a little hallway there, there's desks in there, there's phones. That is the business. That is
Yeah.
the business office.
Yeah.
That is the business office.
So if it is the business office, then,
Yeah.
then it's not incorrect to say the storage, what we call the storage room in the past is commonly known as the Calumet Theater Business Office.
I will be honest, I didn't know it was called the storage room.
I didn't read it either, yes.
Well, I wasn't a storage room originally, I think, that was my,
Maybe before my time.
Well, they just put stuff in empty rooms,
pardon me?
so they call it a
I'm
storage
looking
room.
at the new one, yes.
Also, I passed mine on to Peggy.
Here's the new one.
Do I know you? Are you-
Oh, this is hard. He's,
I'm a chairman of the county theater.
Okay. Well, we're discussing the lease with the Calumet Theater right now.
We got our times mixed up, so that's why I'm
Yeah.
here.
And the fact is, we have to decide what we will do and what we won't do with the draft that's been presented to us by Ms. Miller. So we need to meet alone. As a matter of fact, in a technical sense, we're not subject to the Open Meetings Act, and we're negotiating an agreement here with the theater, and so technically, we should really do this in private. So that, because and it's to your interest that we do it in private too.
No, it's fine.
Because if we don't do it in private, we're not gonna make any progress. And because nobody's gonna wanna say this, that, or the other thing, you know. My own thought about it is this. I think everybody appreciates what the theater group does. And the theater group's been very successful, and we'd like it to continue to be successful. So we're sympathetic to what you do. But I think that we have a real problem with a 50-year lease. It's just too long. And
Just chop off the zero and we're great.
No, I just know that is a definite no.
well, here's the thing. We have to discuss our position and come back to you with it. And we're not going to make any progress in discussing a position among ourselves if you're here. Or if we're on camera for that.
No, I have a problem talking over, we didn't know what was going on, that's fine.
Yeah, but the fact is that the draft didn't come in until late.
yesterday morning.
Yesterday morning.
That's what we
So we're kind of surprised by it, so.
I think
We're
that's
trying
great
to-
that you know that we're working on it, we're addressing it instead of tabling it for a
Yeah,
couple months.
we're we're gonna try to come up with an approach today. I'll
Okay,
suggest it to the council, but,
Because what's gonna happen here, if there's not a lease signed, we're not going to build it, we're not gonna be able to put in. That's with the contractors and everything else, that's where we're at with this.
okay, well.
That's the problem,
Yeah.
for legal purposes.
Well, I think we have to decide what our position is and then give it to you, and then you can come back and tell us why we're on the right track or we're all wet. But we need to put a position together in private after all. I mean, you've been discussing this for quite a while, and you come up with this after talking with your folks, and I think you would have felt uncomfortable if people from the village were listening in to you while we were discussing what we wanted to go into.
Oh, yeah, I don't have a problem, I just thought everything we discussed, we just appeared today, I'm sure that,
Okay,
but I see, no, I don't have a problem meeting, that's no problem.
yeah, okay.
Okay, we can meet whenever you want, that's fine.
Yeah, so let's not argue about things now. Let's
Well, I'm not arguing.
see where the committee here happens to be, and then when we're kind of we can argue about it then. You can tell
Talk
us
about it.
what you must have, and we can tell you what we can have, could go with, and can't go any further, or whatever.
That's fine. That's not a problem.
Okay.
That's not a problem.
Yeah.
That's not a problem.
Sure.
You want to start those?
Sure, that,
It was open when I came in,
that's all right, you can close it, that'll be fine. And as a matter of fact, I don't think that these folks necessarily are gonna go to YouTube to find out what we're saying here today, but who knows? And,
That would be,
it would make most sense if we discuss this in private. So that.
To do such, you need to have a vote to go into closed session, and you need to take minutes in a closed session that last for a year before they're disposed of.
But we're not subject to the Open Meetings Act, because we don't have a quorum of the council here.
Yes, but you're making decisions, and if
We're
you're
not
an
making decisions.
entity making
We're making
decisions.
recommendations, we're not deciding anything. Hold on.
Do you have the key to the kiosk in the park, the pavilion?
No, I don't. I mean, it's in there.
Okay, because we need to, as part of this meeting, go over there and just who's got what and how we can clean that up so it's usable. We need a measure for those storage boxes for Al, because it looked like they might be able to fit under that kiosk, so they're not real visible from the street windows. And that's so if we spent like 15 minutes over there after we finish this part.
I thought we did decide on 4 totes, and I thought maybe 18-gallon totes, clear ones, if they were transparent type of totes, so we could put them underneath. I think they would fit under that desk there. Yeah.
Read that.
So we have moved to.
If it is empowered to act on matters such as a fashion to deprive the full public body of the opportunity to consider a matter, a decision of the committee or subcommittee is an exercise of governmental authority which effectuates public policy.
Hold on.
You're not reading the second paragraph.
Okay.
Okay.
And I don't see anything wrong with having a vote.
We're not doing anything that will deprive the council of an opportunity to consider a matter, a decision of the committee, not at all. Ultimately, the council will decide. And what we're doing is we're taking a look at their draft. We're coming up with our own thoughts about an appropriate response to it. When I say, I don't mean me, but I mean the 3 members of the subcommittee.
But it wouldn't hurt to err on the side of caution, where you
Well, here's
have
the
a
problem.
roll call of the committee, and I'm sure 2/3 of the 3 will agree to go into closed session and have minutes, retain them for a year, and dispose of them.
Do you keep minutes?
Oh yeah, this committee takes minutes.
Okay,
Not all do, but yeah. I mean, Sharon usually prepares minutes.
okay.
So it's no different than just having a roll call vote. You only need 2 out of
On the
3.
other hand, a committee or subcommittee is empowered to act on matters in such a fashion as to deprive the full public body of the opportunity to
Is the-
consider a matter.
Full public body giving an opportunity to
The full
discuss with
public
the
body
lawyer.
is the village council.
Yes, is
And the-
Virginia being deprived the opportunity to discuss the matter with the village attorney?
Pardon me, deprived of? I don't understand.
I mean, people who are not here on the village council, are they being deprived the opportunity to go through this phase of providing, what is going to happen at this closed meeting?
We're just a committee, we're not the full council.
They're not deprived of anything, we're not gonna deprive them of anything. They can take whatever we have to suggest to them, assuming we can come up with something that we can suggest to them, and they can throw it away and say, we're gonna start over again.
I just think erring on the side of caution might be a wise
Well,
decision.
here's the problem, Sydney. We could foreclose you from attending any subcommittee meeting on this basis.
No, I have evidence of
You-
committees
you
making
could- you could do
decisions.
that, but we don't, because it's been our practice, it's been the practice in the village in the past to allow the public to attend these meetings, and it will continue to be, you know, barring anything, any problems that involve disruption of the meetings, et cetera, to the point where we simply can't tolerate the public being present. I don't see that ever coming to that, but there's just, if we're not subject to the Open Meetings Act, then we don't have to observe the formalities of the Open Meetings
I
Act.
want to know how, if you're saying that committees are not depriving the
The-
public
I'm
body,
told that-
I
I'm
want to
told-
know how contracts with the village administrator changed
But
the
if I-
language between when the council saw it. You see,
Oh,
so there is evidence of things changing.
Okay, the city of Houghton doesn't publicize its committee meetings, doesn't have them open to the public, period. And it's the same with many, if not most, other public bodies who give issues to committees to consider and to make recommendations on. So we go way beyond what other municipalities do in this regard. And I think that's good. But we're in a position here where I think we have to take advantage of the fact that we're not subject to the Open Meetings Act, because we want to freely discuss what it is that we're going to suggest to the council. And they
Right,
can
but
go back to our
considering that today is a posted open meeting to the public,
base.
and you're wanting to change what it is,
Well,
I would have a roll call vote to change to a non-open meeting.
all right.
And then the only
Sharon,
stipulation
you're the.
is to
you wanna
continue
entertain-
taking minutes
you
that
wanna-
are,
You want to entertain a motion? I think we can do that, but we don't have to keep minutes. We don't, we can, but we don't have to. So, but go ahead, if you want to have, entertain somebody.
I would recommend keeping minutes, because if there was anything ever to go to court about the lease of the theater, you would have on written records. The public doesn't get to see those
But
minutes.
under
The-
Freedom of Information Act, I mean, can somebody
No.
request or demand?
No, not for a closed session. If you really have your closed, and it's only a judge that can get those minutes.
Well,
So those minutes would just protect you
well,
if there was something with this lease to occur.
I think,
I don't know why it's such a big issue, because this is a committee group, not a full council meeting, and I
and
think,
we're not subject to the
we-
Open Meetings Act, period.
Right.
We're not. I mean, if we were making a decision here that absolutely bound the council, they had no power or authority whatsoever other than to accept the committee's
But given-
recommendation, that would be a different matter.
But
that's
given
not
the turmoil in the village at this moment, I think it would be a good move for the council to just go through the motions of trying to do things in a way that the public would receive better.
that's a comment of one of the residents, Sydney, which is you, but I still think we should have our freedom to discuss amongst ourselves. We're just a committee. We are to present what we talk about to the council and to the public. So I think we have a right to that.
There's absolutely no question about it. You're absolutely not subject to the Open Meetings Act, period. So you can establish.
But rather than take the risk, all it requires
There
is
is
a
no
simple
risk.
vote, and
There
Sharon
is
was
no
taking minutes anyways.
There is no risk. There is no risk. But if.
She was
but it
taking minutes
doesn't hurt.
anyways.
Do you want to ask for?
I will move that we go to closed session.
I would prefer to.
Okay.
I would prefer to because it's turning into such a big
Yeah,
issue
yeah.
and it shouldn't be.
Yeah, okay. Okay,
Go into closed session?
Yes.
I'll support that for the purpose of negotiating the contract.
is there any other business that the building committee is going to discuss today? If there is,
We're going-
we'll let Sydney know when we're finished discussing the contract.
If you could do it before, I would appreciate it, so I can go do stuff.
We just wanted to go over to the pavilion in the park and see what properties are owned by the village, what are owned by Main Street, and what cleanup.
Do you have time?
Would you want a telephone call?
No, I don't want to have to return. I don't want the meeting to be at just tell me, like, continue the open meeting. And
Is there
then go to
anything else
closed
we're
session.
going to discuss when we come out of the closed session
I
about public buildings?
The only thing I would like to do is take a few minutes and go over to the pavilion, AKA kiosk at the park, and see what has been removed from there, which we have asked, because we would like to clean up that little building, and I have made calls and got no replies. So that's the only thing on the issue, Sydney, that,
Well,
would bring our attention.
let's do that next to accommodate her. If
Okay.
Sydney wants to come along, she's fine.
Field trip, yep.
To go to the building, no, sure.
Okay,
Where
is the pavilion?
That's
Oh, I
it.
see.
Yes, I call it pavilion, kiosk.
Oh.
Yeah, just to see what, yeah.
And then,
Then we'll return here, and we'll be in closed session to discuss.
okay, but if we wanted to discuss anything else, I thought our other committee wanted
Which other committee?
the, let's see, we met with the street committee today.
And I wasn't sure if we had finished business on that wall near Buckles to get that. I didn't get a final answer on that, what they're going to do. I haven't had a report on that.
Well,
Johnson's,
we own the lot,
yeah,
and nobody could determine whether it was a shared wall or not.
right.
So we decided that Bucko should be approached to see if he would go half on the $2,700 charge that, for the repair. And just proceed with, I think Johnson got the bid.
Oh, I
To do
didn't
that.
know, I didn't know, maybe I was.
But that was in our last meeting minutes.
Council meeting?
Yeah,
Okay, see, I
so,
wasn't
but
there.
Bucko was not contacted yet to see if he's willing to go half on the expense.
So is that an issue where there's anything for the committee to discuss today, or?
Just an update, like what's going on
Yeah,
with that.
since he wasn't contacted, we don't know the
Yeah,
results of his, if he's going to participate.
Well, I would suggest that we, if there's anything to be reviewed or discussed on that issue, that we do that now.
Yeah,
So that,
and for public buildings, we need a list of what does the village own and what does the DDA own. So somebody needs to prepare it.
I think there, what is really needed is somebody put together some kind of informal list of all of those properties that are potentially an issue. And then I can go to the courthouse and check.
Joe has it.
Okay, because, the deed for, the property right next to Jane Harvey's business establishment was delivered to her yesterday. And as you know, there was a question about who owned that, who didn't. I did a title search, and clearly the DEA did it. And I can do the same on all other properties too. And it's what's in the Register of Deeds office that ultimately controls on that. So, some people may have this recollection or that recollection, there should be some conflicts, and I can resolve those conflicts as long as I have a list of the properties that are a matter of concern, so I know what I got to search when I get to the register's office. If somebody wants to put that list together, I'll be glad to.
I think Jim Camp had the tax going to try and come up with names, but as far as,
No, the tax roll ultimately doesn't control necessarily, although in the case of the DDA and the village is probably pretty good. But with individuals, for example, if John Smith owns the property and Betty Brown, his daughter, calls the township office and says, my dad is so old he can't deal with bills and send them to me, they'll put the party's name on the tax bill, who indicates he or she will pay it because they want to get the bill paid. And so the names that appear on the tax bill are not necessarily the spot on
those are owners, yes?
but in the case of the DBA in the village, it's probably right, but it's worth checking at the courthouse to be sure that there wasn't some kind of mistake. Information.
I like that they put our children's names on our text bill and keep our copies, so I said, hey kids, you owe some money. Okay, well, I guess that's basically what we were working on, reviewing the lease and checking out that building to make it usable for functions.
That's
And that, but I do like the idea of hosting a meeting, and then if it's something that we're negotiating and one of the allowable reasons to go into closed session, I think that's fine. So the public knows what we're doing when they don't have access to
And that's been the
the
tradition
language.
in the village, and I think it's good. But I think everybody should recognize that committees do not have the power to make ultimate decisions. At most, they can just look at these issues and make recommendations.
That's what I've always thought.
The council can say, well, we're dissatisfied about this or that, so we'll look into this more ourselves, or they can say to the committee, go back and check some other issues out for us. But ultimately, it's only the council that can make the decision. So
Absolutely.
we can't deprive the council of the right to make the decision.
Mhm.
And that means that the Open Meetings Act does not apply to committee meetings, but it's fine to
We let it go.
However, there's
to let the
ample-
public know and let the public be present.
There's ample evidence in the past that committees have deprived the,
That's the
public
best,
body.
that's a key word.
I know, so from this day forward,
Yeah, that's
that's
the past.
absolutely true. If they're 100% recommendations, that's absolutely true. But they have not been 100% recommendations in the last 6 months.
Well,
So now let's go forward
I didn't realize that.
yeah,
into a brave new world where we operate under transparency and the sunshine laws. Okay,
I know that.
we'll go to the park.
all right.
Yeah, I'll take my new buildings, lease, and
Oh, this one?
Yeah, I didn't finish reading that, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Aren't we coming back here? Or
Yeah,
no?
I'll just leave these here then,
Okay,
and take my purse.
if we're coming back, I'll just leave that set up.
Yeah. I cannot walk that far, so I will take my vehicle.
Oh, you're gonna drive? Oh, all right.
Okay.
Yeah, I can walk that far.
Um,
Bring it.
You're gonna walk.
If you wanna ride with me, you can. My
Hold
car's
on.
right across the street.
I'll walk, I'll meet you there.
Oh, you drive too fast.
Or, yeah, well,
I'm right outside the door, Jim.
All right.
Yeah, thank you.
oh, I think I saw your vehicle there, yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Excellent. Well, that's good. Al knows that we're working on it.
All right.
We should be back
I
here.
was gonna say, I'm gonna get
Yeah,
back in my
yeah.
foot now.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's see. What
So
do I say?
anyhow, Peggy, I don't know if 2 totes I could go in here, but possibly we could get 4 of those 18-gallon totes.
Well,
which we
first
would
I wanted
like.
to get rid of this, and I said, it's perfect, we needed it when we had the kids parade. And then, I think there's a broken panel right here. Remove this piece of paneling, and if you measure, that'd determine the size of the totes.
Mhm.
Do you have something to measure with?
Don't carry.
I do, but I change purses.
Oh, I know that, don't carry, yeah.
Yeah, I change purses.
I don't think I do either. But if we put.
But this is all the Main Street.
Like
That is
totes-
Main Street, yes,
Like the
yes.
totes in here, and then, but I could paint this, make it look nice. Annie Sloan, here I come, yeah, and then these, put them in there. This is Main Street,
That is Main Street.
Most
These
of the
are
stuff
doors.
is those desks, they've been here forever, Peggy. I
that
guess.
desk is going to the street department,
This is?
that one, big one.
How do you know?
Did
Did you talk to Steve?
Who was I talking to here? Well, I guess nobody wanted it, and Steve has a terrible desk, so he should,
The dress looks like hell. Right?
well, it's
I
better,
think-
you
I
should
think-
see
I
what
think-
his looks like.
Well, in a sense, if it looks like hell but it's functional, over at the village garage, big deal.
Yeah.
But if it looks like hell,
He can't even
Here.
close his drawers on
yeah,
one he's got.
this,
Yeah. And then those tents, they belong to Main Street. Nobody
Yeah.
knows who
Yeah.
owns that CD
I have
player.
no idea, no idea.
I
That's
think,
why we need.
are these the villages or Main Street?
I believe those are the villages, I
And the
couldn't tell you
chairs?
for sure. They came from all over, somebody told me
No,
some came
those-
from the
I thought those
township.
chairs-
I see from our church.
Yeah, I was
Um,
gonna say, Faith Church,
Main
yeah.
Street asked us if we wanted them.
Okay,
So are there 30 there? That's what they, and I thought, well, we don't really need them in here, maybe the theater upstairs is,
they have more than adequate seating upstairs.
but,
I mean, if you want, then I would trash them, if, you know, or I don't know if
I
there's
get
somebody you can
27,
give
you
them.
get 27.
oh, well, they
No,
want,
I
maybe,
didn't.
maybe they
How
guessed,
many do you get?
I thought I had 24. 1, 2,
no.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, who owns the screens and what is this little?
I think that's
I
probably
didn't
Main
see
Street's,
two.
that's
Oh,
probably
okay.
for their electrical setup.
Okay, so
27, Jim.
Leah just needs to bring her unit and get all their stuff
Right.
out.
Right.
Yeah.
We could tell them we don't want the chairs, if we don't want them, and you don't think the
Well, I don't
theater wants them?
think I don't think, number one, I don't think they belong to Main Street, I think they've always been in there. I mean, you know, and you can tell, it's like Sharon said, I mean, the one is,
Faith Lutheran.
says Faith Lutheran, and I think some of them say, you know, Calumet Township. Maybe we ask Paul if he wants them in the armory,
I think when
or the Coliseum.
I saw Laura Miller, I said there's some chairs in the pavilion, and if we don't want them, would the theater want them? And she said, oh, we've got missing chairs
Oh, well, then that
and
makes
tables,
sense.
so
It's fine.
I thought there were 3 tables behind here, and there are.
Oh.
Those belong to the theater.
Yeah, I have no idea.
This wasn't in here last time, was it, Peggy? This big boarding for
No,
thank you?
that was in the hall,
Oh,
these
okay.
boards, and
Yeah.
they weren't put together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, they did that
So,
for Pasty Fest.
those 3 tables and the chairs, the theater can either take them or not.
Okay.
And if they don't want them,
Then the next question is, do you really need them here? And if you don't really need them here, is there some other place where you can store
then
them? for
absolutely,
when you do
we
that?
gotta get everything out of here. All we want in here is this, that little desk for Elle to work on with a decent chair, so he can sit down, and storage boxes that can
Now,
go
the power
under
strips
there.
must belong to us
Yeah,
then,
no,
right?
I think these are Main
For
Street.
his
I think
cleaning
they did.
supplies.
I think they did that, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can check with Leah, but I'll bet it.
I mean, I don't know whose this is.
I don't even know
What
what
it
that
is.
is. Yeah, I don't even know what that is.
I think that's, the next time waste management truck drives by, kind of, you know,
Yeah.
toss it at it.
Okay,
Yeah.
over here, we have these Christmas wreaths with the,
Lights are still on.
yeah. So we need to either,
Yeah, remove the lights or pitch, pitch the wreaths.
I mean, there's a box of lights, but if we had a nice little plastic container. No. Aren't you glad you went to law school so you can discuss the minutia of life?
I was doing that before I went to law school.
Oh, well, see, everything goes in circles.
That's right.
Okay, so who's gonna take the lights off those wreaths, and maybe we, just a box of lights and then two boxes for his things and a couple boxes that'll fit under there. We
Yeah.
approved $50 in,
Who made the wreaths? Wasn't it Calumet Floral, Dave?
Right, right.
Maybe
right.
they
Yeah, and then,
would like to recycle those.
well, you mean the frame?
Yeah.
I had no idea,
okay. So I guess the big thing is getting Leah over here
Yeah.
to remove her stuff ask the theater and the street department to come together. And then they can take it to the street department or the landfill or whatever.
Yeah,
Okay, but don't
and-
you agree we need to save this?
It looks like it could be useful for.
Mhm.
I mean.
no, I mean, they use it for like spring cleanup,
Well, when
I've
we
seen
had
them
the
used,
kids
yeah,
parade, we had our
anytime you have
lunch and our
food, yeah,
plates
anytime you have food.
and that, and then
yeah,
we
no,
had the big,
Yeah,
we
no, I've
brought
seen
our
this
table
used,
for here.
yeah, I've seen that used for that.
And that
purpose.
we need because to heat the food in the Nesco roaster, I needed a surface over there.
Yeah,
So that works.
So Main Street has a place where it can store these things then, we're not?
You
Well,
said,
she'll have to find it, I mean.
you
she'll
said they
find
had
a
a, like
place.
a truck, what is this?
Well, yeah, I mean, the truck is the one over, you know, in the alley by the theater. I don't know that it's big enough
Okay,
to
whose
take
are
those
these?
things. No idea.
Well,
see, there's a tape on there.
Yeah, does that say anything?
something have to worry about $25 breaking the budget? That's what it says.
My donation to the village.
So Peggy
Peggy?
doesn't
Oh.
have to worry about
So-
$25?
So is that the donation to the village, those blue?
Yeah, apparently, somebody
So
donated them.
then they belong to the village, at least there seems to be.
Well, if it was to
Some
please
evidence.
Peggy, I'm not a blue person.
Well,
I
you
would-
know, I mean, you know, again, I mean, you know, like the big.
Whose
Ace-
stepladder?
No idea.
Oh, those A's for garbage for the village, maybe.
Right,
is that
well,
it?
or anytime there's an event, they'll
I
put
could
them
see
out.
that in the park,
They'll
yeah.
put them out, yeah.
Oh, I could see those put
Yeah.
out for an event, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And again, though, I don't know if the village purchased those, you know, if the street department purchased those, if those are main streets, you'll have to ask Leah who purchased them, I don't know.
Okay. But well, that was nice, whoever didn't want me to worry about the $25. I like that. These are just disposable supplies and that, so
Alright,
these planters are kept empty for a reason.
Because when we've tried planting them in the past, kids rip everything up. You
Then,
can ask Steve, anytime you try planting them, you come back in the morning and they're all scattered on the ground. So that's why they're not planted, so frankly,
But-
they could probably just be removed.
I think it'd be better to remove it than to,
Right,
I
just
mean,
let it
yeah.
sit there. Yeah.
is that an ashtray now?
That's pretty much, you know, when the kids come here, that's what they
Yeah.
use it for. I mean, even those planters by the light post, same thing.
I
mean,
noticed
when
that
they've
they're
been
not-
planted with
Yeah.
flowers, they get ripped out.
Yeah.
And that's sad, but that's the truth. And the closer they are to this building, they get ripped out more often.
Because there aren't people right close by to see who's doing it.
yeah.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
no one's watching.
Al's doing a good job keeping the restrooms clean
Yeah.
Oh, he
and
is.
that, and then if he just has his supplies and maybe we should make a little goodie tray for him so he can come in and grab an energy bar or something, just a little,
Well, he's got diabetes, so be careful.
Mm-hmm.
Making
Energy
the
bars?
sugar- Well, I don't know, you have to look at what's in them.
water,
Yeah.
bottled water, everybody likes water. Okay, I think that's basically, I don't know if there's anything in that desk in the,
Probably not, I don't know, I've never seen them used, so.
But there still is plenty of stuff in here to empty out.
yeah, but maybe the street department could replace that and paneling, or could we just remove it and then in boxes could be shoved this way
Probably.
and that way. Okay. Some afternoon,
But I wouldn't really get rid of the chairs, because it'd be useful at one time for some event in the park, you know?
or the theater, when they have their,
Yeah.
they might need
Yeah,
30
someone
extra
could
chairs,
use them, someone could
piano
use them.
recital or something.
Yeah.
I mean, a chair is good. Okay, so now we know what's happening with everything. You're gonna get somebody to take the lights off those wreaths.
Yeah, I'll ask
Right.
Al if he'll do it for me, yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, he's here, so.
And then a box for that. The committee was trying to see if there was any funding for him, because he painted the tables and he keeps this open. I don't know what the finance committee did. If
That
anything, you
didn't
didn't
come up,
get it.
but just like an hourly wage, I mean, like a minimum.
Whatever the
I mean, you
budget,
can't gift him
No,
you have to pay him for services rendered. So, yeah, I mean, if
yeah,
you.
but your committee was gonna look at doing something
Right.
since every day he opens it, he cleans the
Yeah.
restrooms, he,
Okay, so you can't gift him, you have to fund him then, right? You have to,
He has to
Right.
provide services, yeah, I mean.
Which
you
he
can't-
does.
Yeah, I agree,
Yeah.
I mean, you can certainly,
He's gonna be a village employee virtually, so you can't, you have to take withholding and the rest of it.
right, and we
Yeah, but
would, and I've
isn't
already.
it only over
Oh.
600? He could be a
That's for like a
town.
1099 a contractor.
Yeah.
Oh.
If he's an independent contractor, then
But
it's,
I think that's
yeah,
he's not an independent contractor.
yeah.
no,
I mean,
no.
if we had got him incorporated or had him set up an LLC.
So what
then-
do you recommend?
Well, he has to be covered by workers' comp, that's the state law as an employee. And you have to take withholding and pay the government, whatever
Right.
withholding, that's the Internal Revenue Service. And if you try to characterize him as something other than an employee and the facts just don't support it, then you're breaking the law by not providing
Yeah.
workers' comp coverage and taking
Yeah.
withholding.
I see, but I was looking at it as a volunteer person, Jim.
I mean,
Yeah.
volunteers are volunteers, so they're
Yeah.
not paid,
Right,
so they're not employees.
so
But as
we
soon as you
can't
start-
gift them then? We can't gift a volunteer?
Jackie has told us we're not supposed to use
Okay.
taxpayers' money for gifts,
Yeah.
of any
Yeah.
sort.
Oh, I can
To
see
individuals,
that,
yeah.
yeah.
What about, so
Or
it
even
could be
businesses,
a
because-
Christmas bonus
Well,
or anything?
Well, Christmas bonus you can do if you're an employee, but again, a gift,
Yeah.
that's why we're not supposed to buy plants for new businesses, because, you're not supposed to use taxpayer money for gifts of any sort.
So we should always
That's what our
have a-
auditor is telling
okay,
us, or has told us.
Okay,
By the law,
yeah, okay,
you can,
In certain instances where it doesn't happen regularly and it's very unusual, I think you could, for example, if you had some stuff in this room and you don't want it,
yeah,
and you just want to get rid of it, and you ask somebody, would they like to have it? If they would, come and take it away for us.
yeah,
I mean, that should not be a problem for the auditor, something like that. But somebody who's being compensated with gifts on a regular basis for services, those are not gifts.
And I've
Okay.
also talked to Al too, because he does have, I don't know what his
Is
income
Al-
source is.
Is Al the custodian at
No,
the?
that's,
okay.
no, he's,
So-
he.
And so he's at.
high rise.
Here,
And he just, this is his.
He's,
all
That's
his-
fine.
he
all his
retired
business.
from the IGA and he's
Okay.
looking for things to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
so he is a true
yeah,
volunteer.
this is the second summer,
Yeah.
last year the merchants got together and put together a gift basket for him.
Yeah.
Because not only does he open up this building, but he also waters the planters on 5th and 6th Street.
Well,
I would say
what-
his friends.
What the
Picnic
merchants do
table.
is the merchants.
Yeah, yeah,
Business.
his friends.
Yeah, so,
Okay,
alright,
well, we better get there
when we
before
were walking
lock up.
over there, the way the grass was overgrowing the sidewalk, I said to Sydney, we need an edger, do you have one? And she says, I think the village has more things to be concerned about than edging the sidewalks, so they look nice
We've
and
got
straight.
a lot to be concerned about, there's no question about that. So-
Yeah,
Yeah,
So were any decisions reached for what to do in here?
well, you have a phone message already into Leah
yes, I do,
about getting her items out.
yes.
And then,
The street department and.
The street
and
department will
the
see if they
theater
want
group
the- yeah.
May find something here that they want.
Yeah.
And if they do, then those items are disposed of.
maybe we should just come over with Leah and this.
That's what I was
somebody
hoping
from the
for.
street department to, yeah, that's what I thought we could
Yeah.
handle right now, put little tags on
Mhm,
the stuff, but the box,
mhm.
how?
I think 4 totes, we have to, because Sandy's on the financial, we'll have to bring that.
Anybody have
to-
a dollar bill? A dollar bill is 6 inches long. We
Well-
could measure how many dollar bills wide
I was
this
gonna
is.
go in the
We've
interest
got,
of
we've
time,
got
yeah.
10 minutes to get back to the village hall before
No
Joe
one,
locks it up and.
nobody
we're-
caught my word that
yes,
I
now, Your point
Any
is right.
decisions.
I don't know that asking people to remove their property from the pavilion is making a decision that, that's her point.
Oh,
Is by saying that we want these
It's
things
so
removed.
easy to cross the line
Yeah.
to start
Wow.
making decisions as a committee. That's why I'd always err on the side
Yeah,
of
so
caution.
asking people to remove their things,
Sharon,
No,
are we somehow usurping the
No.
council's ability?
no,
Um,
no. As a matter of fact, you can raise it at the next council meeting and ask the council to give somebody authority, Peggy or Dave
Yeah.
or
I
whatever.
won't be here, Peggy could do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then once,
But that's Sydney's.
once the village
Yeah.
council
So
has
easy to cross the
delegated some
line.
authority to,
Right.
Right, to dispose of
see
things here.
disposition of the
Yeah.
property here,
Yeah.
then, then.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back
the
before Joe
totes
goes.
can be a little bigger than this. A
Yeah.
little bit bigger, a little longer, a little
Yeah,
wider.
that's I say about fire, Peggy.
Yep,
So you said Al comes at 4?
okay, let's see.
Is that yours?
Is there a lock on?
Wait, is that yours? The bag?
Oh,
Dave,
yeah,
Dave
it is.
unlocked it.
Sorry?
Dave unlocked it.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go
Yeah.
put this back in
Yeah.
Corinne's.
So,
desk.
okay.
anything from here on out is the closed session.
That's right.
Awesome. Thank
We're
you.
only discussing that contract and
Yep.
going home.
Okay,
Yeah.
see you later.
See
Have
ya.
a good weekend.